Hello everyone, welcome to Fusion Design. Today in our tutorial we'll look at drawing an easy and simple floor plan like the one that you're seeing on the screen right now. This floor plan was drawn in the metric system using millimeters, but you can easily adapt it if you wanted to use the imperial system. Let's get started. So I will leave the floor plan on the left hand side as a reference for us as we go ahead and draw our new floor plan. I'm going to start with a rectangle, and I want to draw a rectangle of 11740 by 7740 and press enter. Next we want to offset the exterior walls, so I'll select the rectangle, press O for offset, type in 230 and press enter. Click inside of the rectangle and I've got my exterior walls. Next we'll go ahead and draw our interior walls. So to get started, I'm going to use the rectangle, and the first interior wall, I'll start from the top left hand corner, go to the end point, drag my cursor away so that I see an extension, and I'll type in 1500, press enter. Now I move my rectangle down and that length will be 110. That is actually the thickness of the wall. Then I can press tab and type in 3070 and enter. Next I've got another wall. I can repeat the rectangle function by pressing spacebar on my keyboard. Go from that point, hover over the end point, move my cursor to the right and type in 3000. Press enter, move my cursor, type in 110 for the wall thickness, tab, and I will repeat the length as 3070. For the next wall, I'll copy the existing wall and I'll type in CO for copy, press spacebar, and I'm gonna hover over this end point, move in the left hand direction, type in 2390, press enter, and I've got a copy, and I can just click on that endpoint over here. So escape to cancel that function, and I'll draw the next interior wall, type in REC, and let's use that endpoint as a reference. I click on the exterior wall, and I don't even have to go and measure what wall length I want. I'm going to press tab and first type in the width of the wall and press tab again, and my cursor is now locked to the length of this rectangle. So I'm going to hover until I reach the end of the interior wall and click to place it. Now we've created the ensuite bathroom, the third bedroom, and the second bedroom. Next, I want to move on to the main bedroom, and I can see over here that the main bedroom wall is 3500 from the corner. So let's type in REC, press enter or spacebar, hover on the end point in the corner, type in 3500 and press enter. Now I can type in the width of the wall is 110, press tab, and I'm just gonna draw that rectangle to where it ends against the other wall. And I've completed my main bedroom, and lastly I want to complete the second bedroom. I can see it's 3000 from the corner, and I can also look over here to see the dimension of the length of that wall. So type in REC, enter or spacebar, hover on this end point, move your cursor to the right, type in 3000, press enter, type in 110 for the width of the wall, press tab and type in 3110, enter. And I can finish up that second bedroom. Type in REC for rectangle, enter or spacebar, come to that end point, and I'm going to press tab, type in 110, press tab again, and finish the rectangle at that point. And just like that, we have completed our interior walls. Next, we can go and add in our windows and doors. I've only used two sizes of windows in this drawing. The first window we'll go and create using a rectangle, and I want you to type in 1400 as the length, and we want the window to be the same size as the width of the exterior walls, so we'll type in 230, enter. Then next we're going to create another rectangle, hover over the midpoint, move your cursor out 20, enter, and then type in the length of that interior frame of the window, 1400, and you can press tab and type in 40, enter. Now we've created the window that we'll use for most of the drawing. The extra windows that we have in the main bedroom are slightly smaller. Before we draw those, let's select the window and go and make it a group. Now if I select it, I can see it is one group, and I can make copies of this group and place it along the exterior of my floor plan. So the first place I want to put it is in the ensuite bathroom. So I'll press M for move, enter or spacebar, get my base point, and I'll place it in the corner and just move it up slightly. Now, something that you can use to find a midpoint between two other points is the shortcut using Control on your keyboard and the right mouse button. Then you're going to specify mid between 2 points. Select your first point, select your second point, and now that window is placed exactly between those 2 points. If I look at my third bedroom, I can see the window is placed almost in the right hand corner. So I'll make a copy of this window, type in CO, enter, and I'll actually use this offset from the wall as my base point for the next placement. So I'll click on this endpoint, move my cursor, and click to place the window. I'm going to escape to cancel that copy, and now I'll select this window and type in MI, and that's the mirror command. Press enter or spacebar, hover over the wall rectangle till you see the midpoint. Click on the midpoint, and as you move your cursor, you'll see a copy is created which is mirrored over that center axis of the rectangle. And you can click to place. Do I want to erase source objects? Now this window over here is my source object. I don't want to erase it, so I'm going to say no. Next, I have the window in the kitchen, and I'll select one of the pre-existing windows, type in CO to copy, and the measurement I'm going to take here is 1078. So I'm not going to click on this endpoint, I'm simply hovering over that endpoint, move the cursor out and type in 1078, enter. Now if I click on this corner, then the placement of my window would be correct. And then you can escape. Next we want to place this window in the lounge. So let's copy this window. So type in CO, click anywhere as your base point and click to place a second copy. Escape, select this item, type in RO for rotate, enter, go to your base point, click and drag your cursor so that your window is displayed as it is on the screen now. Now I can use this window and place it on the lounge wall. I can type in M for move, find my endpoint, move my cursor away and type in 500, enter, and click to place this window. The last two windows of this size is the main bedroom and the second bedroom. So let's start with the main bedroom, and I'm simply going to copy one of these windows, find my endpoint, type in CO, enter or spacebar, move to that endpoint, simply hover and type in 1280, enter. Now I can place this window. Using this endpoint, I simply drag it down and click to place it. Escape out of that copy function. And the last window that I want to create is 2710 millimeters between these two windows. So I'll type in, once I've selected and copied that window, I'll type in 2710, press enter, and click on that endpoint. And if I zoom out, I can see that I've just made a mistake. So let's go and investigate. What's the problem here? Let's go to measure, quick measure. And if I hover over here, I can see the placement of this first window is incorrect. This measurement should be 1280. I took the 1280 from the inside corner instead of the outside corner. So if I want to change that, I just need to move both windows up by 230 millimeters. So I'll press escape. I select both windows, type in M for move, and I can simply click anywhere in this drawing area, move my cursor, type in 230, enter. And now I can see the placement of my windows are correct. Now once you've completed those windows, we want to go and add in the smaller windows over here. I can use my measure tool again, go into that floor plan and see that I've got it as 850 millimeters. So create a rectangle. We'll keep it at 230 mils in width. I'll press tab and type in 850. And I'll create another internal rectangle for the frame of the window. Type in REC, press enter or spacebar, find your midpoint and hover your cursor to the left, type in 20, enter. Move your rectangle down, type in 40 for the width, tab 850 for the length, enter. If I want to select this window, I can click in the top left hand corner, making sure that I'm not in any command. Move my cursor to the right at the bottom and click again. Now I've selected all of these objects, select group, and if I click on it, I can see it functions as a group. Now we need to place these windows. The first one, I need to place 280 mils from the exterior corner. So I'll type in M for move, find the exterior corner, type in 280 and press enter. And I can click to place it. And then the next window is 2300 from that window. So I can select it, type in CO to create a copy, find that corner, move your cursor away, type in 2300, press enter and click to place. Press escape to cancel the operation. And you've completed all of the windows of the floor plan. We'll now go and use Autodesk Design Center. So Autodesk Design Center is a set of blocks that AutoCAD has already created for you to use in your drawings. So the shortcut for that is ADC. And you can see I was already busy on this Design Center. On the left hand side we've got the folders list, and you want to make sure that you're working in the Design Center folder. If you haven't used Autodesk Design Center before, make sure that you check out the video linked in the description below on how to use Autodesk Design Center. It's a quick 3 or 4 minute video to get you going. So first off, we want to go and find the doors. So let's go to House Designer, go to Blocks, and we'll use the door left hung and right hung. And let's drag it into the drawing. And I'll close my Design Center. So for these doors, I want to use the first one is the main bedroom door. I'm going to rotate it, type an RO, enter or spacebar, and get a corner point and move your cursor 90 degrees. Select it again, type in M for move, and place it over here. You can move it a little bit away from the wall if you feel like it, and we'll make it 50 mils. Enter. Now at this point I want to draw in a frame. I'll type in REC, enter, and I'm simply going to draw a rectangle from the corner at the top. Use the end of the arc of the door as my reference point and move my cursor over and click. And now I've shown the opening for that door. We'll repeat it with all of the other rooms in the house. For the second bedroom, we'll select this door block over here, type in RO for rotate, and rotate this door using the base point, and we'll rotate it 180 degrees. Click to place and type in M after you've selected the door and move it over to that point. We'll move the door again about 50 millimeters away from the wall, and we can type in REC to create a rectangle using only this point over here. Move your cursor to the end point of the door and click to place. I'll copy this again, but this time I'll copy the rectangle as well. So I'll type in CO and click on my base point, and I'm going to use this end point, move my cursor down and click to place. And now I'll use the mirror command. Type in MI, enter or spacebar. I'll select the door, enter or spacebar again, and use the door opening, the midpoint on the door opening, to find my midpoint. And if I move my cursor away, I get a preview of the copied or the mirrored door. Click. And this time I do want to erase the source object. So I'll say yes. I'll select the door and the door frame again. Type in MI for mirror, enter or spacebar, and I'll use this wall as my mirror point. Click on the midpoint and drag my cursor down, click to place, and I don't want to erase the source object, so I'll say no. And we've got 3 more doors left to draw. We've got the kitchen, the lounge, and the ensuite bathroom. We can copy this door with a frame. Type in CO, enter or spacebar, get your endpoint, and click to place it. Escape. For the lounge, we'll copy this door and this door frame. So type in CO, enter, get your endpoint, click on it, and place it. Escape, and here we'll simply drag the rectangle from the midpoint to make it wider. And escape. And the last door is our kitchen door, so I'll select this door and the door frame. I'll type in CO for copy, enter or spacebar, get your endpoint, click on it, and find this endpoint, move your cursor up and click. Type in MI, select objects, enter or spacebar, find your midpoint, move your cursor out, click to place, erase source objects, yes. We've completed the placement of the doors and the windows.